Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the final session of Saturday School with Dr. JBG3. And today, it's all about positive reinforcement for you as the home educator. So I got to tell you, parents, you got this. I got to make sure that you all understand that you are definitely a better educator now than what you were 4 weeks ago. And I think you understand the process of what teachers go through in the day-to-day, what administrators go through, is they're trying to make sure that we keep our kids focused, inspired, get them to understand processes, get them to understand rules, regulations, with our overall goal of making them productive and positive citizens in society. And we know that this has been a challenge for everyone. I've received several emails, texts, direct messages from parents asking questions more concerned about if they're actually failing their kids, or how do they know if they're doing a good job. You know that you're doing a good job several different ways. Number one, if the kid is actually grasping the material. Number two, if they are actually enjoying spending time with you, having time to teach, having time to learn. And number three, the overall bond that you have now potentially redeveloped with your child, with your student. Even though we know that parents have been the first educators and were the first teachers, sometimes we get caught up in the day-to-day of life and realize that we don't really get a huge opportunity to spend time for our children. But through this home education process, which is going to continue to the end of school, that is something that we're hoping parents have taken the opportunity to develop that bond. Kids have taken the opportunity to really appreciate the time and effort that parents have put in, and it's really about being able to balance your professional life with whatever job you may have with this new home educator role of working with your students, developing a routine at certain times in the day. Now, parents, I gotta tell you, whatever you do, don't get frustrated. That's the main thing. And if you do feel like this coming on, because we're all human, those emotions do occur, take a step away, take a break. You've heard me speak in previous sessions about the importance of taking the time to reflect, but also you need to have that mental break, because you never want to let your child or your student see you getting upset. That's one of the key components of classroom management, is that you never allow the class to let them know that they've gotten to you. And the same thing has to happen here in these smaller settings, when it may be one parent working with one child or one student, or one working with multiple. You have to keep your cool. Wear the mask. Number two, as you're trying to figure out how to develop that time throughout the day, you got to create your own routine for yourself as well. We talked in previous sessions about the importance of creating a routine for the student. It's really important for you to develop your own routine as well. And a lot of you all have had routines throughout your professional careers, with whatever jobs you may have, and you may not have known it. You may not have known that you actually wake up at the same time, work out at the same time, eat lunch at the same time. You know specifically how long it takes for you to actually get dressed in the morning, or when it's time, when you're getting home in the afternoon, how long it actually takes for you to wind down and be ready to rejoin your family. It's important for our home educators as parents to develop a professional routine for themselves. Now, there are so many different books and online resources and paper resources that you can use to help you get through the situation. And to me, a lot of my principals and a lot of my administrators have been sharing different books that they are reading, because we always want to make sure that we're modeling what we expect our students to be able to do. So take the time to read some books. We've talked about making sure that parents were reading to their elementary school students, but also flip it around and have them read to you. But you need to take the time to read for pleasure, and not just to read to learn something new, or not just to read because it's part of training. Reading for pleasure is very important, because one of the things I would always tell my students when I was a teacher and when I was a principal, every book you read is a new crease in the brain that makes you that much smarter. And we want to make sure that our parents understand that you're doing something new. And being able to take the time to research, being able to take the time to model is really important as you develop yourself as a better home educator. Again, you got this. I'm so impressed with the different videos I've seen. I've been impressed as how parents have engaged with their students online, helping them through activities and assignments, reinforcing things that they may have learned from previously, in the school year. It really shows that we really have come together as a community, as a state, as a nation, to help our kids through these trying times, because this is something that no one has planned for. But at the same time, we have to make sure that our kids understand that in the end, it's going to be okay. This is really important that we stress that positive reinforcement of letting them know that this is going to be okay. And then as parents, we have to reinforce each other. We have to be positive for each other and remind ourselves it's going to be okay. We are going to get through this. Parents, you got this. Continue to work hard in everything you do. Continue to take some time to be able to enjoy yourself. I'm going to continue to tell you to make sure that you exercise, okay? Exercise is going to be really important because you can get in that rut of sitting around. Don't allow the kids to wear the same clothes all day. Parents, if you're working from home, make sure that you still get dressed to act like you're going to work. And just don't dress the top half to look good in your Zoom meetings or your Google Hangouts. Put your whole outfit on. You want to get into that routine of how things are going to be once we return back to normal. And you want to also make sure that you're modeling that for your students. I really enjoyed these 5 sessions that we have. We really have tried to make sure that we relay some important points in each session that you can use not only in this home education time, but also for the rest of your life. Don't forget, get the teacher's lounge. Don't forget, please make sure that you're actually reading for pleasure. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at drjbg3@gmail.com. I'm here to help. I hope you've enjoyed these Saturday school sessions as much as I have. Thank you.